Well, we're back in Genshin Impact. I am Nimithrander. And let's see if we can continue Kirara's little side story here in Simulanka. Though I begin to worry that I might bump into the Navia questline doing this.
Huh? What's this?
Well, what do you know? That's precisely what I did. Ah, wonderful. Well, we'll see if we can leave this relatively quickly, though this will leave, this part of the quest a bit disjointed, but, I can live with that.
Wait. This looks like the star I found earlier. I told the guards to place it near the goddess statue. Maybe they ran into some trouble up there. Guess we'd better hurry.
Alright, we have the dragon that pilfered the stars from the sky, and then just dropped them everywhere. Let's see, we have another... no. Another excerpt to be found.
Pendulum Lane is just up ahead. Something must have happened here after all. Everyone's crowded around.
And I see another key. So, what seems to be the trouble here? Okay. Nope. Elevator. And we seem to have a challenge. Ah. Okay, now, whoa. Whoops. Oh. Archery challenge. Okay. So let's swap to Ganyu right quick. I do also have Tainari for 5-star archers, but I think Ganyu's virtue speaks for itself. I don't even have to hit them directly. Oh. Hold on, it sounded like they're... they spawned in a treasure chest, it sounded like. Oh. Oh. Oh good, I was worried that I would have to do some finicky timing to get that. Ah, wonderful.
Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
Okay. Now we'll go back to my Nilu team. Okay. Ah. Oh, is that Cape... Bobarono and, Albizzi? And is that Cape dead, with Bobarono standing over his corpse? I guess they did comment on Cape dying more than once. Oh.
Oh my god, this is terrible! I don't understand. The 3 great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground. Cappy!
How did this happen?
Cabin, you idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
Yes, he did inform us that if he were to die unexpectedly, you, Boberano, were the guilty party by default. Though you're not exactly helping your case at the moment.
Last words. What did he say?
Oh,
If I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano.
hold on. Detective fella sounds like the narrator.
Ugh, you could have at least pretended to not remember it.
I'm sorry, Boberano, but this is an interrogation. I have to give the detective straight answers.
Don't worry, Boberano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to charge anyone with a crime. So, are you the last people to have had contact with him?
Well, I spoke with him a little while ago, but I suspect that Albizzi and Boberano have been most recently with him. So they would know more than I would.
My sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? It's a real tragedy. I'm afraid he'll be out cold for another hour and a half, at least.
Out cold. So he's not dead.
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first being replacing their gear oil with extra strong glue.
I guess I should have expected that. We are in Toyland. So, actually murdering Cappe would have been, a bit much for the setting, I suppose. I just find it a bit laughable. Ay.
So, Cappe's not dead?
I can't help but notice that his, spring is, no, bloody blanking on the word. His gear is not spinning, like everyone else's is.
His gears, metal frame, and shell are all still in excellent condition. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. Wait. But surely you can't be suggesting that just because Cappe isn't broken, there's no need to go looking for the culprit.
No, we were more questioning mortality among you toy folk. So no, we will look for the culprit, but we were under the initial impression that he were dead. A far more grievous matter among us more fleshy creatures.
No! There's a need! Huge need!
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning into a cold case. There's no evidence and no witnesses. Unless there's an official clockwork pedestal, the goddess of prophecy around here somewhere. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Then suddenly the long-lost dragon of old flew across the sky.
What?
Where?
I didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
No, my mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Or something. If only we could turn time backwards and replay the crime.
And there's a key right there.
Isn't that one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
So it is. No wonder everyone here is suddenly struggling to move. Traveller, if you please, let's recreate the crime scene.
Okay, then.
Crime scene seems too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Okay, Bobarano coming up behind Cappe. Cappe jumps.
Wait. Huh? No.
They turn their backs. Nope.
Whatever.
And he just kind of fell over. Hang on. And there's the detective, right on time. Okay.
Well, that clears it up. Cappe was walking along the street, and he suddenly collapsed. He was faking it.
What? So case closed? Aren't you supposed to investigate a little more first?
Well, we literally replayed the crime scene and saw it with our own eyes. There's no need for any evidence gathering or powers of deduction now. And besides, maybe the truth is inherently strange by nature.
Now everyone's gears, I notice, are standing still. The crank in their back is motionless.
Like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories, each of which is the truth.
But didn't you say Cappe was struck in the back of the head and knocked unconscious?
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against the toilet bowl before leaving the house. Then walked here in a daze before finally passing out.
Well, hold on. Didn't Bobarano and Albizzi speak to Cappe before he collapsed? And it looked like you were standing off to one side, relatively close when he collapsed. And then you came around behind him to start this whole conversation.
As for why he might have done that, my guess is... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered, and the tension in Constellation Metropole suddenly wiped away, he was looking to create a new source of conflict. Only then would the city feel alive again.
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a pretty complicated conspiracy for the average Simulanka resident.
Traveler, something about the crime scene isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural. Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Is it possible that something was missing from the scene?
I suppose someone could have shot him with something. And perhaps if it were a magic projectile, perhaps it wouldn't be recreated.
Why don't we search the area?
Very well.
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna head to Cappe's house to check the toilet bowl for signs of an impact.
Searched for suspicious places and clues. Okay. Oh. Okay, graffiti patterns. I don't believe that's part of this quest, though. What can you lot tell me? What did you see?
Hello there. Have you seen my spear, by any chance? Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute ago, and I instinctively threw it into the sky. Yeah.
Okay, you just chucked your spear into the sky. I wonder, did it hit poor Cappe? But I would have thought that the spear would either still be embedded in him, or that it would have shown up on the replay. Okay. Looks like I'm right under something. Or I'm way too high up. I'm starting to think I'm too high for this. Yeah, okay, let's try going down a bit more. Did you lot see anything? Okay, so I can't turn back time again. Well, looks like Kirara's talking with a shop owner.
You're not from these parts, are you? Just visiting?
Yep, that's right. Why? What's up?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job in the Titanium mines. A safe and secure working environment.
You want to make us into miners? I don't imagine that being all that rewarding.
Doesn't sound very safe. At least not as safe as being a courier.
To keep the titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. Even if you struck a person with it, it wouldn't so much as leave a scratch. And in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor by a reputable organization. Even cats can do it.
I'm not... never mind. I give up.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
I'm not sure that I see the parallel here, Paimon. We actually don't know what you're supposed to be. So people are referring to you as a pixie, or a fairy, or some such creature is entirely reasonable, because there is no real good explanation to what you actually are. Kirara, by contrast, has literal cat feet and tails, and is a Nekomata, a Japanese-style cat spirit demon thing. So, she comes from an entire, well, race of creatures similar to herself. You, on the other hand, are far more singular, far more unique. So I wouldn't expect anyone to rightly know what you are and be able to identify you. And again, perhaps someone will. We'll see, won't we?
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing. Maybe one of the giant guards broke it down, so someone took it to perform a rapid resuscitation procedure.
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique. Still, a missing pickaxe. Huh. Is it just me, Traveler, or does it seem kinda suspicious?
It's entirely possible he could have been hit with said pickaxe. Okay, how about you lot? Hello?
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. It's just, I have to close early today. A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. If someone's stolen it with the intention of harming others, the consequences could be disastrous. There's a whole investigation into it, so I gotta close the shop while I do an inventory count. If it turns out I'm wrong and I miscounted, I could be charged with filing a false report and disturbing the peace.
They did just mention a giant soldier who was potentially damaged.
There's a strange potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it.
It looks identical to the bottles on this guy's desk. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So it looks like a growth elixir was stolen. So we have a giant soldier who got damaged and needs repairs. Okay. I guess we do have to look for that misplaced spear, don't we? Oh, this is slightly interesting. I wonder, would that actually have stopped us from going upward? Or rather, crossing over. Okay. I'm not seeing the misplaced spear yet. Oh, so what are you doing? Oh, it's a photo? Okay. Not very much in the way of reward for doing that, but oh well. It was fast enough. Oop. Didn't mean to fall quite that far. Oh well. Oh.
There's a spear here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
I was expecting that to be a fair bit farther off. Oh well, I could give it back to the guard right now, but I guess we need to gather all other evidence first. Okay. So, can we talk to these guys? Nope. Anything over here? Nope. Oh, now I see it.
A pickaxe? What is it doing all the way down here? There's gotta be a story behind it. Let's take it.
Might as well. Deduce the murder weapon.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
They said the pickaxes could be used to fix people, and that they were also non-lethal by design. The guard's spear, on the other hand, had no such safety label.
If so, there's no way his head would still be in such good shape. He'd have a big dent in the back.
And if the guard is to be believed, he had the spear in his possession right up until that guy shouted about the dragon.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
Well, I don't see how it could be the growth serum.
If it was the pickaxe, Cappe sure is lucky it's not still lodged in his head.
Actually, you're wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of pickaxe is designed not to damage titanium, so it couldn't cause any superficial damage to residents here. but you could probably knock someone out if you hit them hard enough. And it wouldn't leave a scratch. Let's take this back to the crime scene and replay it one more time.
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet at Cape's house?
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget that.
Yes, we have a pickaxe for you. Yeah, I suppose I simply took the safety rating of the pickaxe a little too much to heart. Assuming, therefore, that it would be worthless for injury at all. Oh well.
What's this about? What are you trying to say?
We thought the way Cape fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't show up when we replayed it. Now we've retrieved it, we were gonna replay it again. You don't mind, do you?
I just remembered I forgot to turn off the clockwork switch in my kitchen. Yeah, I think I'll just,
No.
Oh, no, you stay right there.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're going to stay right where you are.
We should be good now.
I do have to wonder how exactly you got the pickaxe out of this frame. And out of the reach of the time rewind, but oh well. Okay. Oh yeah, our detective is holding the pickaxe. Oh, he's behind the guard. Oh, he boomeranged it. I see. Well then, how did you get rid of the pickaxe?
The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly why I took the position.
So you're the attacker!
Oop.
So, it was you!
I would congratulate you for cracking the case, but since I did such an abysmal job of covering my tracks, you didn't exactly have your work cut out for you. So, all I can say is... Catch me if you can!
Oh, and you don't... Oh, wonderful reaction time, everyone.
We have a runner! That's it! Let me at him!
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromata in boots, who ran off in pursuit of the poor little minion.
Oh, you move pretty quick.
The minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath. Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down. By this point, the Necromata in boots was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold-level courier of the Komania Express!
A characteristically catty response from the Necromata. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam!
How...
Ha! You fell into my trap. In fact, all the glue in this world is created by me, using my narrator powers. I make it and the residents just gather what they need.
Uh-oh. You're gonna drop me in the sea.
Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but Wait.
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long crime climb. Sorry. Up the wall. The tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
You call that a tall wall? In urgent Neko.
A heartbeat. I surrender.
Just like that.
You've got nowhere left to run.
All right. I confess.
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not. Time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. I guess my voice acting skills have some room for improvement. Anyway, I only did what I did because...
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation. And I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate.
Interesting. So did your being one of the first grant you the power of narration? Did the goddesses make you with that power in mind, I wonder?
I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe that fairy tales are just fictional stories and nothing more. The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the Goddess of Fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked best. Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one. The Goddess of Fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
Who'd have thought? Well, what does any of this have to do with what you did?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction? The only reason the 3 great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they'd learned the truth, it might make them curious enough to investigate further. But as it turned out, they just accepted it and carried on living the same old lives. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to make them uncomfortable with the superficial explanation that they took at face value. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here, are we real?
Aww.
That's my full confession. Time for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement. I definitely deserve half a day. Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape, Bobarano, and Albizzi, if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly by the ancestors of the 3 clans. If the 3 of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to remove it by themselves. Over all these years, not once have they ever tried removing it together.
Oh, my poor child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole time.
Ah! Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you? Your voice acting's actually pretty good.
The reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. Perhaps they simplify good and evil, and perhaps they hide the darkness in metaphors. But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be. And by extension, you and your compatriots are also real.
I returned to one of the first things I said. when we began the narrator's quest. I said that both the realm of Simulanka and Tivat beyond could be real, and that I have no way of saying that either is unreal. For the simple fact that to the traveler, both places are physical, tangible locations. He is living and breathing in both Tivat and Simulanka, so how could he declare either to be false? How could he declare them unreal or pure fiction, when to him they are corporeal, real places? So, yeah, same thing here. The fear of what is real and what isn't is existential horror to some. But I choose to believe that what I see is reality. And I further say there's no point in saying otherwise. Sure, you might all be in the Matrix, but if there's no actual way to discover the truth, then does the truth even matter, or is it even real? Existential horror, like I said, if you really want to dig into stuff like that. But something tells me we're not quite going to that level here.
Goddess! Is it really you?
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before. But now you wish to break free from the story, and there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my echo.
Necromora!
Just your echo?
Oh, poor detective.
Yes, you get to hear the voice of your maker once again, but only a vestige of it, only the echo. Not a true reunion.
So, we are a part of the real world too.
It'll be good to see if Cape is back on his feet again. So we need a shot of the crime scene for evidence, a mugshot of the suspect for the records, and a photo of the heroes for posterity. The guard mulled it over. 3 photos is overkill. Let's just get one big group photo at the crime scene. Okay, I can see several problems with that. Not least of which being, well, how do you file the single photo? Who would you consider the criminal, the mugshot, for instance, if you have a whole bunch of people in it? Ay. Again, fairy tale logic. Suspect, try and look more serious. Heroes, more natural, please. Happy smiles. But no smiling from the victim or their friends and family, thank you. No, don't get up. Stay on the ground. We need to capture the crime scene as is. Oh, I see. So Cape is conscious, but they're just having him remain on the ground. 3, 2, 1. Say cheese. Oh, you didn't even let Cape turn over on his side so we could see his face? Oh, I see. So you had him hold up the plaque to signify his guilt. All the same. Ay.
My head's spinning. Albizzi just gave me a quick rundown of the situation. So you caught the detective?
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered. Oh, and he asked us to pass on a message.
Does he really think we didn't try that? 'Cause we did, after 6 months in that place.
6 months. I don't think I'd have gone 6 hours before going stir crazy and insisting that my 2 companions help me to drag out the damn key. Hell, I don't think it would have taken 6 hours or 6 minutes. Ay ay. 6 months. Good gracious.
Ah, that was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea at the time, so I didn't really exert myself.
Punch him. Someone hit him, please.
I also sort of stopped trying after 3 years.
You... Never mind. I'm partly to blame as well. On the second attempt, I just hugged the key and pretended like I was pulling as hard as I could.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the goddess of fate at the end? That's amazing.
There is a world beyond our own after all.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise, I got bashed in the back of the head for nothing.
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree we should go. And not invite the detective, just to annoy him. But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any reason to doubt that we're real. If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Cape and Albizzi, weren't real, I'd be devastated.
Wait until 2 days later. Oh yeah, I guess we're not done with them yet. Well, I think I'll call it here. Or, actually, what do I have to do to get all these treasure chests? What is the competition? To work as a pair. Okay. Shut your eyes and move your legs. Keep charging. It's a race. A blindfolded race. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. Okay. Okay, I think I get how this is gonna go. Each of these guys is going to have a different challenge. And the difficulty will increase with each of them. Alright, Mr. Greedy, you're next. Okay, so I guess I'm getting food for this one. Though what exactly is the challenge? Okay. We have a maze, an obstacle course he has to get through. But how do I help him? Do I just break the boxes? Oh. Oh, I feed him. Oh. I feed him and he turns giant. Okay. Okay, then. Meat, you say? Some fowl will do. Okay, one to go. So what do you want this time? Apparently I'm acting as the catering for this. Something sweet. Sweet flour, I guess. Okay, apparently that was good enough. And success. Okay, and that's a second treasure chest open. Now for Mr. Blue. What should I choose, you say? A troubled figure. Not decisive, eh? Okay. Alright. So do I just have to order you around? Walk right. Go right again. Oh, wait. Ah, crap. Didn't see that. Okay, well, at least he didn't require me to give him the order to go back. So, I was saved from that disaster. Okay. And now we can collect all our rewards.
Wow, what a lovely surprise.
And last but not least, the luxurious chest. Alright. And I think with that, we'll bring this episode to a close. Cape's murder has been solved, with him being able to get right back up again at the end of it. And we had a bit of existential horror from the detective. Well, we'll see how that pans out, I suppose. If you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And do remember to check out my Elden Ring Let's Play. And as always, have a good day.